If you guys all stop hearing from me, you know exactly what's happened and you know where to find me. But today I want to talk about exactly what happens when you buy followers on a platform like Instagram. Now, I'm not saying this is what's happening with Donald Trump and JD Vance's account, but I do think that it's a conversation we should be having, completely unrelated. Simply as someone who works in marketing and wants to share information. Because it doesn't work exactly the way you would think it works. Now, whilst it is technically against the rules of most platforms to do this, it's still not entirely uncommon. Now, I won't name names specifically, but there are certain celebrities who are more known for doing this. If we remember in the past, it used to be a trend to track people's followers on Instagram during controversies because you would see them dip, but then you would see them kind of rise back up to make it look like everything is fine. And a lot of times, celebrities will just do this subtly anyways, and people don't really notice because there's no talk around it, and they'll do it in smaller batches. And a lot of people just assume this means they're buying like fake accounts or accounts from random countries. And sometimes that's true, but sometimes every once in a while when you look at your following list and you're like, I don't remember following that person. There might be an answer for that because they are buying real accounts. Again, they're usually just doing it in smaller batches so that you don't notice. But the issue is if you're trying to buy millions and millions all at once, it's going to be way more noticeable, right? Because usually celebrities will get away with doing like 100,000 here or there because that many people aren't going to notice all at once and start talking about it. But millions of people are probably going to notice. And yes, of course, Meta put out the statement explaining that they simply roll out the old followers from the VP and Prez account to the new one. So that does explain some of them. But there's a lot of weird glitches that people are seeing that this doesn't explain, including some of my friends who never even followed the original accounts, suddenly now following them. And I even personally noticed that if I hit unfollow and came back later, I would be following them again for some reason. And I even had some friends that tried to block them and then would come back later and see not only was it unblocked magically, they were following again. So either there's some very weird glitches going on over there, or perhaps you know.